Hello, thank you, and welcome to your volunteering tutor experience. Thank you again for taking your valuable time. You're about to make a big difference in someone else's life. Hey guys, my name is Kevin, and I'm a grade 11 student at Mulgrave School, a private IB school in Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm a part of the varsity basketball and golf team, and I also have a great deal of passion for physics and design. I started volunteering at Montreal Education Forum since 2019, from tutoring science face-to-face pre-pandemic to now tutoring English discussion groups online. As you're watching this, you're about to start your first lesson. I want to talk about some important things to keep in mind before working with your students. So I've organized some tips and tricks to make your experience more meaningful. I've divided the content of this video into 3 sections. Section 1, on-camera presentation. Section 2, effective communication. And Section 3, patience and honesty. I think most of these suggestions and ideas in each of the sections will be applicable for most types of classes: math, English, French, and so on. And they're all things I always do when I'm leading an English discussion or when I was teaching science. Section 1, the usage of camera. This might be obvious, but turning on your camera as a tutor can be very nerve-wracking, especially when teaching online. However, I realized a student will mirror my behavior, so I took the initiative to turn on my camera first, allowing students to be more engaged with their lessons and to learn more effectively. This is a crucial step for effective online teaching. Also, encourage students to turn on their cameras and don't hesitate to call on someone if no one is answering. This breaks the ice and enhances learning once again. Section 2, engaging tutoring. To make a class more engaging, I suggest taking students to news websites related to the course, such as CBC or Science News. This helps them practice reading, speaking, and comprehension, as well as staying informed about current events. This activity can also be done with French, Mandarin, and many other languages. Another way to keep things interesting is to play games, like Handman. During the last 5 minutes of my class, this is a fun way for students to learn new vocabulary and become more engaged. Additionally, connect course concepts to real-life examples. For example, when teaching English, relate new words to familiar objects or terms. When teaching science, create hands-on models to demonstrate the concept. For example, 2 years ago, when I used to teach science, I would always build a model every time when I cover a new concept, from bringing my own microscope for students to observe onion skin structure to create an electrical circuit with my old toys. Lastly, patience and honesty. Patience and honesty are key traits of a good tutor. As a tutor, it is essential to be patient even when repeating the same concept again and again. Compared to your knowledge, your passion for the subject will help students the most. Moreover, always be honest with your students. Let them know what you know and what you don't know. Don't answer the questions with assumptions, but instead look for answers together online. This shows students that learning is a shared experience and you can always look for answers when in doubt. Now, I'd like to share a quote from one of my favorite astrophysicists, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He said, "During our brief stay on planet Earth, we owe ourselves and our descendants the opportunity to explore, in part because it is fun to do so." At the end of the day, as tutors, you're exploring with the students to become more curious and knowledgeable together.